For the past couple of months since I started skateboarding again, I've been browsing through my old hard disks, which you can see here, trying to find some old skate footage, and a lot of it is gone, but I still found a lot of it. And I wanted to make an edit of my old skate parts. My initial idea was to make one part that starts with all my old stuff and ends with new stuff. But that didn't totally work because when I edited the old stuff, I was really eager to film some new stuff that was the same quality, and I'm just not there yet. So I was pushing myself too much, which led to an injury, but that gave me time to make a part with all my old footage. And here it is. I will talk you through it. I will make fun of myself. It's not really good. It's filmed badly. It was filmed on one of those old compact cameras, you know, those photo cameras of the early and mid 2000s that had a film function. A 4 megapixel camera. They weren't easy to film with. You just had one screen on the back of that thing, and yeah, you can't really go low with it or anything, and they simply didn't look good. Usually I was the guy filming, and I always felt a bit uncomfortable when someone else had to film me, so it didn't really take my time. I only did the stuff that I knew I could, but I did it sloppily. Anyway, let's just go through it, and I will talk you through it as I do. That was actually a line I liked. That was later on. It was in a period where I think I was skating a bit better and a bit less sloppy and more stylish. And I think we took my friend's camcorder, DV camcorder, to film this. So I also think it looks a bit better. And that was one of my friends who actually was into filming. So the stuff I filmed with him usually looked a bit better. But yeah, I'm okay with that. The Fakie 360 Shove It looks nicely. It's clean. And the cab reel into that little banking is also pretty okay. I think I filmed that trick the same day. Yeah, and I think it's a nice ollie. I think I was into the New Blood Chris Cole stuff at that time. The bandana and the way I'm going through my knees, but it looks a bit more stylish. I actually, that was in, I think, somewhere my first year of skateboarding, when I was getting the nose slides down a bit, and the hubba, or it isn't even a hubba, it was quite low, but it's a cool idea to make a nose slide down a stair like that. And I actually did, but I'm not putting it in anywhere because, you know, I'm scooching all the way down, and it's very, very stupid. And I thought it was cool at the time just for the idea that I nose slid. I think it was a 7 stair or something. But yeah, when you're taking half a minute to scooch down that thing, it's not really nose sliding a 7 stair. But I think the bail was funny, so I left it in. And I just thought that was funny. When I found that nose slide thing, I didn't even know I ever did that, but I thought it was okay. And now I'm throwing my board for whatever reason. I think because I'm not getting a line or something. I think I have been trying to heel flip down that stair for a while. And yeah, I got close, but I don't think I ever landed it. But I liked the take of the half flip too much. It lined up with the music. If that line would have just been a bit faster, better filmed and cleaner, it would be pretty cool, but it's okay. That thing actually was a thing. Jumping down that block was kind of a rite of passage. You know, every time we went there to skate, and that was a different city, we had to take our bikes for a long ride to get there. But we went there more often, the better we got and the older we got. But some of us were always trying to jump down that thing. So when I felt good enough to do it, I think I took 9 tries and I landed a couple of them. And on this try that I'm actually landing, there are, I think, 2 or 3 more that I'm landing. But on this try, I flattened my tail. And you don't really see it here because the image is bad. But I was really happy I got it because, you know, you rank yourself amongst your peers. And within my group, most of us didn't do it. If you look at that, I don't have any tail left on this board, but I'm still skating it. It isn't the reason that I'm not fully pivoting my big spin there. I think it's a thing I've always had with big spins and some other tricks. You know, like a safety mechanism that you don't fully rotate it so that you slow down a bit before you go down the bank in this case. And it's too bad because otherwise I think it's pretty okay. And I like the pants I'm wearing there. I'm trying to find them, but it's been a long time. I don't think I have it anymore. Yeah, that was also a bit sloppy. You can see I'm landing on my heel. My wheels are actually making it, but I'm landing on my heel inside the gap. Too bad. I should have done it I should have done it straight. I'm fast enough, I think, because I'm making the gap. But if I would have done it straight, it just would have looked better. And that was the first 3-stair that I've ever jumped. I started skating in the summer of 2004, I believe. And that was, I think, the autumn or winter, somewhere between that of 2004. And I'm actually making it pretty far down those stairs. For my first 3-stair, it's not bad. I don't have a lot of manual lines. I think this is the only one. That was also one of those things, because there is a wooden ledge first, and then you've got the shrubbery, and then you've got the landing. Yeah, I'm also the only other guy in our group that made that thing, and I think it was pretty cool. It's still there. It's also something I want to try again, but maybe I should wait to do that. I didn't actually ride out that stair, not fully. And that's also something that bothers me. It's also something I want to try because it's still there. But yeah, it's still a bit early, I think, as well. And now we're gonna watch a shady landed kickflip. That was actually a nose grab down the stair, but you can't really see it because the light coming into the lens. I feel like you see those tricks more nowadays, and I thought it was fun back then. My skateboarding friends thought it was stupid. Probably a lot of people who are seeing this think it's stupid, but I think the fun stuff should be in there, and I think those kind of tricks are a bit more common and normal these days. That was also one thing I was proud of. I mean, it's just a rail I put over a little 2-stair, but it's actually pretty narrow to get through there. You know, you got the small handrail here, and especially the metal plate of the garbage bin there. But I actually thought it was pretty cool back then, and I still think it's pretty cool now, from the perspective of what I could do in that time. And that's the only 180 variation trick, you know, like I also could do half cab and that kind of stuff, I ever got on film, and it's filmed that shitty. And that actually is my proudest moment in skateboarding, especially because it was clean, you know? It's a clean landing. I'm not touching the ground. I'm not twitching around. It's just sad that it's filmed a bit bad, you know? Again, with the light coming in at the wrong angle and the lens not being able to handle that. And I know this is nothing. I mean, even back then, but also now, there are people doing way more crazy stuff of bigger stairs. But yeah, for me, that was the highlight. And then not landing an ollie. And at first, this was just a part. I mean, this is the part. But I've watched some other video parts, you know, those video parts that are only a part on YouTube. Like, for example, Tori Podwell's Big Bang and Bigger Bang videos. And what I noticed is they had credits with some fun stuff at the end. And I still had a lot of footage left, you know, stupid stuff and stuff that I didn't really make, and builds and that kind of stuff. So I thought, this is supposed to be a fun part displaying how it was when I was skating back in the day, and that stuff belongs in there too. So I added another song and made a credit scene with all the other stuff in there. So that's it, the part displaying I wasn't a very good skater back in the day, and hopefully I can become a bit better now than I used to be back then. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you think this stuff is fun, subscribe to my channel, leave a like and a comment, and hopefully I'll see you next time.